Break the board sports. It's your boy RJ Cash. Click that like, hit subscribe. Check out our Big 12 and SEC college hoop shows today. But here we are, Big 10 here in college basketball. Now, last night, Monday night was a little rough. We went 0-2. Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, and Northern Colorado both fell for us. But back on the horse today, again, breaktheboardsports.com, promo code NFL50, all caps. If we're not a minimum 5 units up at the end of the month, you get the following 2 months for free. Think about what if you were up 100 to 120 units each and every year, times that by your bankroll. That's what I can do for you at breaktheboardsports.com. Let's get into the Big Ten here. Started off with Indiana at number 3, Michigan. And listen, the Wolverines have been absolutely incredible, just doing amazing things. Has the Michigan Wolverines. They're laying 15.5 tonight. 163.5 is the total. 65% ticket count, 58% of the handle going to the under. 35% ticket count, 42% of the handle going over 163.5. Now, Indiana, they're only getting 37% of tickets and 22% of the handle. Catching the 15.5. 63% ticket count, 78% of the handle here with the Michigan Wolverines are laying it. When you dive into the number, Hoosiers 12-6 on the year, Wolverines 16-1, a definite Final Four team. Now, listen, this opened up 17.5. It's been quickly bet down. When you look at it on the road, the Hoosiers averaging 8 points per game less on the road than at home. On the road, they're averaging 73.6, as to where Michigan at home, 9th best scoring offense in the country, 98.1 points per game. Indiana giving up 73.8. Michigan only giving up 67.4 points per game in this one. Now, Indiana, we talked about 12-6 over their last 18, and they've had success against Michigan. They've kind of been a bugaboo for Michigan, actually. Indiana 4-1, both straight up in ATS the last 5 versus the Wolverines. But Indiana 2-6 in the month of January, and they're 2-6 against the spread their last 8 games overall. Also, the role of the dog has not fared very well for them. They are 0-5 against the spread their last 5 when they're playing as an underdog. Michigan 1-4 ATS their last 5, but they've been laying some big numbers. The over between these two teams is cashed for the last 6. Now, Michigan 16-1 their last 17. They're 7-1 their last 8 at home, and 9-1 straight up their last 10 versus the Big Ten Conference. Also, the under, when Michigan's in the role of the favorite, the under is cashed 5 of the last 7 games. When I look at this game, it's just a really high line, but I would lean under or nothing here, but it's right around the number. I took a pass. Listen, Michigan's just really, really good. I don't want to be stepping in front of them. I equate Michigan to Iowa State, right? If you're one of those money line parlay guys, tonight has to be one where you throw both of those two in there. I think they both get home and cash from a money line standpoint. But I'm not laying double digits in college basketball. I'll never do that. And I just, there's not enough value with those road dogs. So I like Michigan to win, but didn't bet the game. Michigan State, ranked number 10th in the country, quacking their way across down over to Eugene to play the Oregon Ducks. Now, Michigan State is 11.5 point favored here on the road is Sparty. They come in 16-2. Oregon just 8-10. However, out of Oregon's 8 wins, they are 7-3, believe it or not, at home. So they've been playing much better at home, as most teams do. Again, that's another reason why in college basketball, I try to stay away from road teams. Now, you look at yesterday, it didn't work out. I had a 9.5 point dog and a 2-point favorite. Both home teams, they lost. You got to keep certain rules. That's just one of mine. I try to veer off from road teams. But Michigan State, number 10 in the country, 11.5, 140.5 is the total, 66% tick count, 81% of the handle going over, 34% tick count, 19% of the handle going under. Now, when you look at the side here, 74% of ticket count, 92% of the handle, everybody laying the 11.5 for Michigan State, 26% ticket count, 8% of the handle going to the way of the Oregon Ducks. Now, Sparty 16-2, as we said, Oregon 8-10. When you look at it, Michigan State, not a high-scoring team, very much defensive-minded. They drop down 3 points per game on the road, compared to overall. They average 76.8 on the road, as to where Oregon averages 78.9. Michigan State defense only giving up 63, as to where Oregon gives up 73 points per game. Now, Michigan State 8-1 their last 9 games, and they're 6-1 straight up their last 7 on the road. Michigan State has also dominated Big Ten play. They're 14-2 their last 16 games overall. We talked about their defense. It shows up here even in the betting trends. They've cashed to the under 5 straight times. Now, Oregon, they've cashed to the under 5 of their last 6 as well. Over the last 18 games, Oregon's really struggled from an ATS standpoint, guys. They're just 6-12 ATS over their last 18. Big Ten has not helped them. 1-7 straight up their last 8 versus the Big Ten. Also, under 5 of the last 6 games, and 4 of their last 6 as a dog have went to the under. Now, Oregon also straight up the 1-4 over their last 5, but at home, they've at least been able to cover there. Again, all their wins but 1 have came at home. They're 4-1 ATS over their last 5. Listen, I wanted to make a strong case here for Oregon, but the reality is this is probably one of the worst teams I've seen Dana Altman have. They're just struggling. I just don't want any parts of them. When you look back into these two teams, Michigan State won by 10 last year and then won by 12. So, again, double digits there. I would lean Oregon or nothing, but just no play on this one. But I hope I gave you some stats to help yourself on that round. Purdue, 17-1, ranked number 5th in the country. The Boilermakers are taking their train over to the West Coast into Cali to face off on UCLA, who is 12-6. Now, Purdue, a perfect 4-0 on the road, but UCLA, don't look now. They're a perfect 10-0 at home as they welcome number 5 Purdue. Now, Purdue is laying 5.5 or 6, depending on where you shop right now, and they're getting all the tickets and all the money. 88% ticket count, 87% of the handle on the Boilermakers, 12% ticket count, 13% of the handle on the UCLA Bruins and Nick Cronin's squad. 147.5 is the total there. 73% of ticket count, 75% of the handle going over. 27% of ticket count, 25% of the handle going to the under. Now, last year they only had one meeting. That was in Purdue. Purdue won that game by 10. When you dive in, we talk about UCLA 12-6. Nick Cronin's team always defensively tough. They're going to have to be, because this Purdue team is averaging 82.4 points per game now. UCLA averaging 82.1 at home. So comparable there. But Purdue's defense, they got the 14th best scoring defense in the country, 67.6. But UCLA's defense at home, very good as well, 64.5. This one promises to be a Maylock smasher. Purdue 1-4 ATS over their last 5, but they're 4-1 straight up on the road, their last 5 road games. Purdue on a 9-game winning streak and a 7-game win streak in Big Ten play as well. But when Purdue is in the role of the favorite, Painter's team struggles to cover. 2-4 ATS over their last 6. UCLA, they have a hard time covering as well. 1-4 ATS their last 5. Now, we talked about UCLA coming in 12-6 over their last 18, a 10-game winning streak. Listen to this, though. In the role of the underdog, UCLA, this is crazy. 0-7-1 ATS their last 8 as a dog. Incredible. They have not been able to cover any of their last 8 games when they are in the role of the underdog. Now, the under 4 of their last 5 games is cashed, and 5 of their last 6 versus the Big Ten have cashed. But I'm going to get to the window here anyway. UCLA +6 is the play. That's my best bet for Big Ten play tonight. RJ Cash, go to breaktheboardsports.com, put in promo code NFL50 for half off. Giving you stats, trends, and information to help you with your handicap, whether you fade or follow. Hope you guys win your bets. God bless and happy handicapping.